Hey guys, what's up? It's Looney TNT. I was asked to do this video by a lot of you healers out there. So today we're going to go over the best healing classes in 7.1.5 Nighthold currently. Now, here's the overall. Very, very, very similar. The only, the one at the bottom, Discipline Priest, obviously it's like a hybrid, so obviously it's not going to heal as much as other classes, but this doesn't matter. What really matters is getting into the fights. So let's go ahead and check out the boss fights. Alright, first boss fight here. We have a lot of AoE damage from DPS and things like that, but we also have a lot of tank damage. So obviously Holy Paladins are going to be up on this. There's not a lot of raid-wide damage going on, so you're going to see Paladins primarily, you know, a tank healer at top. Mistweaver also being a very good tank healer. Not as good as the Holy Paladin, obviously, but you know, that's kind of sums it up there. Let's go ahead and go to the next boss. So on this one, we have Resto Druid coming in at number 1 there. This is more of a single target fight with a lot of damage coming out to the raid. So obviously the Druid is going to do very well on this. Mistweaver coming in number 2. Resto Shaman coming in number 3. Alright, so again, here's another fight where there's not a ton of raid-wide damage. There is some, but not a ton. So Holy Paladin's doing really good. I'm sure that Uplift is doing very well for Mistweaver monks. Holy Priest at number 3. Alright, this is an interesting one because there is quite a bit of damage going out on this fight depending on what you're doing, right? So it's cool to see Holy Priest actually way on top of this fight. Mistweaver number 2 and Resto Druid on number 3. Let's go to Tichondrius. So Tichondrius is very interesting because, again, you know, there is a lot of stuff going on in that fight, and you're really having to keep up. And with all the, if you have plague and you're on the side, if you're spreading, whatever, there's a lot of healing going on. So obviously the Resto Druid or Druid, however you want to pronounce it. Number 1, Holy Priest. Number 2, Mistweaver. Number 3, Holy Paladin, all the way at the bottom. But it just kind of is what it is there. All right, let's go and move to Star. Here we go. So there's not a lot going on for damage going outside of the for AoE wise. So Holy Paladin coming in at number 1 here. There is a lot of tank stuff going on. A lot of soaking from the tanks and the things like that. So, Holy Paladin, number 1 on there. Alright, here we go. Here's the DPS check. So, Holy Paladin, holding it down because there is a lot of tank damage. The only time that I really take damage on this fight overall is, you know, if I'm staying in slam or something like that. Everything wasn't soaked enough, and, you know, ads pop, whatever. So, Holy Paladin doing really good on this one, too. Alright, Botanist. This fight's crazy. So, there's a lot going on, and a lot of people are taking damage from this. It's all over the place. But rankings here, Holy Priest, Holy Paladin, Mistweaver monk. Alright, so this fight's pretty cool. But again, it's one of those fights where I don't feel I'm taking a lot of damage as a DPS. Obviously, you always have that passive damage that you're going to be taking. Maybe you get stuck in one of those rings or whatever it is, those circles that are coming in, whatever it is. But Holy Paladin, number 1, Mistweaver monk, number 2, Holy Priest, number 3. Alright, here we go. Last boss, Gul'dan. Alright. This fight is amazing. This fight is cool. There's a lot going on in this fight. Mistweaver monk, number 1. Holy Paladin, number 2. Resto Druid, number 3. So, the one thing that I think we should all take out of this is, for the healers, a lot of the fights are pretty much just the type of healer you are. Obviously, you know, there's going to be holy paladins that are going to heal a lot more on fights where you're just doing when the boss is just hitting the tank, right? A lot of tank damage. Not saying that a holy paladin cannot heal other things, but a holy paladin is so good at tank healing. If you can have a holy paladin healing the tanks and letting your AoE healers do their job healing the raid, it's going to make things a lot better. But overall, I think healing is pretty balanced. I know there's some situations where you have certain healers healing a lot more than other healers, but going from all the rankings and things from this, all the healers look like they're in a pretty good spot. Obviously, on this fight, Discipline Priest is down, but you got to remember, they're also a hybrid class, so they're also doing damage. So if you had a hybrid class always topping charts, that would be a little bit broken. And there are certain occasions where Discipline Priest is just absolutely amazing. If they're healing and blowing through their mana, nobody is dying, right? So really cool to see. I'm excited about these rankings, and pretty excited to see where all the healers are at. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. Just going through the charts again real quick here. Pretty excited. Pretty excited about these rankings. Alright guys, so what do you think about them as a healer? I heal off and on, but I don't do raids as a healer. I'm a DPS, that's what I do. But when I look at these charts and I talk to my healers, they're all kind of in the same boat where all healing classes are very viable right now, just depending on what you want, what you're playing, and your play style. So pretty cool to see. Alright guys, like always, like, favorite, share, subscribe. Do what you need to do, and I'll talk to you guys soon.